I built my entire website in 2 days using Claude AI and GoHighLevel. Nothing else. No developer, no agency, no Squarespace, no Wix, no $5,000 invoice. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it step by step, so make sure you stay to the end. If you're a small business owner, a coach, a consultant, or anyone that needs to have a website up quick, but you don't want to spend a fortune or spend the time waiting around for somebody else to do it, then stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will have everything you need to do exactly what I did. Okay, so here's where I was a few months ago. I had a business, I had an offer, I had clients, but my website, that was held together with duct tape and a dream. It didn't look like the business I was building. It didn't look professional. And every time I thought about fixing it, I talked myself out of it. I didn't want to spend money hiring a developer, and I didn't have the time to step-by-step design it myself. I didn't have weeks to spend on it. I needed it done now. Sound familiar? The problem isn't that you don't know what you want your website to say. You probably know exactly what you want. The problem is the gap between knowing that and knowing how to build it. That gap used to require a developer. It doesn't anymore. So here's what I used. 2 things. Well, 2.5. First one, Claude AI. This is an AI assistant made by Anthropic. If you're not familiar, it is the new ChatGPT, but so much better. Think of it like a developer on demand that works at the speed of conversation. I use Claude to write every single line of code on my website. Now, to be clear, I don't know code. I can't read it. I can't edit it. All I can do is copy and paste it. The second tool I used was GoHighLevel. This is my all-in-one business platform. I use it for my CRM, my email sequences, my funnel, my calendar, everything. It also has a website builder, and that's the piece we're using today. Now, backing up a little bit, Claude needed to know who I was. So I built an AI prompt, and it is going to know everything it needs to know about your business so it can write your website for you. I have the exact prompt linked in the comments below. So that's it. 2 tools and 1 AI prompt to get you started. And if you're not on GoHighLevel yet, there's a free trial link in the description. I recommend it because it is the tool I use every single day in my business. It is the tool that I trust to do everything in my business, so I don't have 5 or 6 different platforms that don't talk to each other, but that's a different video. Before we start any website building with Claude, it needs to know your business. So I wrote this AI prompt. If you need it, it's in the comments below. Okay, so once Claude is clear on what your business is, who you are, what your voice sounds like, and everything to do with your brand, we're going to start building the website. So what I put in is, okay, website setup. It is time to zero in. Based on everything you know about my business, in my case, it was all my digital products, my business plan, what content needs to live on my website. I need everything from navigation pages, what links in, funnels, everything. From here, it told me everything I needed, what pages should be visible, what should go in the navigation. And then it did a page-by-page breakdown to make sure it is what I liked. From here, it then said, do you want me to build the landing pages as a full HTML design? I said yes. From here, it spit out my homepage. If you click on it, it opens it up in the window so you can see exactly what it is it's building. Now, it's not going to be complete because it's condensed. So from here, you are going to click on the code here, and then you're going to hit copy. Once you have this copied on your clipboard, we're going to now go over to GoHighLevel. So now in GoHighLevel, these are all the pages that I made using Claude AI, and they look beautiful. So you're going to need a name for your page. If it's your homepage, you're just going to do what the name of your brand is. So I'm just going to say test homepage. And then the nested path So for your main page, it's going to be /home. If for each subsequent site, it is going to have a different name, and then you're going to create a new page. So from here, you are going to create from blank. Okay, GHL does have a lot of great templates available. However, in this case, we're going to create from blank, and it's going to pop up all the elements that you can add. Okay, from here, you are just going to scroll down and go to custom code. Okay, you're going to drag it over to the main page. So you're going to click on it to get to the settings, and you're going to open code editor. Okay, from here, all you're going to do, you're going to click in the main box and just paste. Okay, which is Control V on your keyboard if you're on a Windows. If you're Apple, I don't know, Command, maybe Command V. I don't know Apple. So here you've got all of the code that was written by Claude AI. You don't need to do anything else with it. I don't know what any of this means. And you're going to hit save. Okay, now you're not going to see what is here. But if you go to preview, it is going to open up and you have all your website built out. Just like that. Okay, so this is where it's really important that Claude knows exactly what your business is. And then if there's anything you need adjusting, you just go back to Claude and you say, I'm so sorry. I like to be nice to my AI in case they take over the world. If you want anything changed, you just tell it. It will rewrite the code and you just copy it. Go back to GoHighLevel and you're going to open the code editor. You're just going to highlight the entire thing, delete it, and then paste it again. Now, once you're satisfied with this, you can either just save it and then publish later. You're going to verify that you like what it looks like, that all the buttons are working. It looks like it's spaced properly. You're happy with the design. And then also you're going to want to go on your phone and check out the mobile view as well. The first time I checked mine out on mobile view, it didn't have a hamburger menu. So all of this home about work with me wasn't, you weren't able to navigate from one page to the other. So that was something that we had to go back and edit, which was, again, pretty easy. All I had to do was tell Claude what was missing. It rewrote all the code. And again, I just copy and pasted into the code editor and away we go. And then once you're done, you have a fully functioning website. You're going to go by page in Claude, and it's going to give you the code. You're going to create all the different pages, and it's going to link everything. So this is my website. It's got my about page, everything that I wanted on there. It's got a work with me page, how people can work with me and what it is that I offer. It has my resources. So these are free items that I have available on my webpage as, education pieces. It's got my shop on it, so all of the products that I offer, and then it's got my blog on there as well. So that is the website. It was all built in 2 days. A few things I learned along the way that are going to save you time. 1, be more specific upfront than you think you need to be. Okay, the more detail you give Claude in the initial prompt, the less back and forth you're going to have, the less times you're going to have to copy and paste the code, and the less edits you're going to have to do. Make sure you include that in that initial prompt, your hex codes, your fonts, your tagline, your call to action buttons, everything. Okay, be super, super clear about what it is and what you offer. 2, build it page by page. Okay, don't build the whole website at once. If you have Claude Pro, 1 page per conversation works so much better. Get it right, paste it, and then move on. If you don't have Claude Pro, It's probably going to take you more than a couple sessions because it's going to eat up your usage. However, if you're patient and you have the time, then go for it. I do highly recommend Claude Pro. I'm not getting paid to say that. I just find it really useful. 3, save your prompts. Once you find a prompt structure that works for you and your brand, save it somewhere, whether it's in Google Docs or a Word document. Okay, you will reuse it every time you add a new page. 4, don't be afraid to have a conversation with it. Claude isn't a one-shot tool, it's a back and forth. It is going to ask you clarifying questions, which is why I prefer Claude over ChatGPT. It's not just going to spit it out, it is going to make sure it is doing the right thing. If something isn't right, tell it. Be specific. The button color needs to be this color or this hex code, and it will fix it. I sometimes forget that Claude's not a real person, so I feel bad asking it to recreate something. That is a mindset I had to shift. You may not have that mindset yourself, but I would always be like, oh, it's fine, I'll just deal with it. Claude's not a real person. He can just redo it. The best part is it's not like a real live person web developer. If you don't like something, just say it. You don't have to worry about its feelings. 5, use Claude to write your copy too. Before I ask for the code, I ask Claude to help me write the actual content for each page. The headline, the about section, the service descriptions, everything. And then it built the code around that copy. So if your website has been on your to-do list for months, this is your permission to just start. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to hire someone. You just need a Claude account and an afternoon or two to get it done. And again, if you're not on GoHighLevel yet, I highly recommend it. A free trial link is in the description below. If you want to know what else in your business could be running more efficiently, I do have a free workflow audit at kimsterling.com/audit. I will also link that in the description below. It is AI powered. I use it in Claude AI. Definitely prefer it over ChatGPT, and it takes less than 10 minutes. And it's going to show you exactly where your business is leaking time and energy right now. If this was helpful, subscribe because I put out content like this every week. And if you build something using this method, drop it in the comments. I would love to see what you create and love to support your business. All right, guys, I will see you on the next one.